Hello and welcome. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how I design my homes. So a couple of you guys have been asking to do an episode like this, so here it goes. Ask and you shall receive. If I sound a little bit different, migraines and headaches last couple of days, and the back of my neck is on fire. I think I slept wrong last night, so I'm just not feeling very good right now. So I guess I'm living up to my channel name. So this is what we have so far. 4 walls, and I'm about to change the floor, so it looks a little bit different. The house I'm designing is gonna be 18 by 26, so it's 468 square feet. I'm gonna adjust all the walls here in a second, because you see 507 on your screen right now. So this is going to be a very simple house that you can get pretty much any contractor to build, and it should be fairly reasonable to put this thing together, because as you will see once this thing takes shape, is this just 4 walls. So it's a simple build. The roof pitch on this is going to be a 412, so it's going to be nice and simple and easy to work for with your roofer. So just keep in mind, the easier the roof pitch, the cheaper it's going to be, because the roofer is not going to have to climb crazy steep roofs. So they're going to price that roof job accordingly, and this is what my channel is all about. Try to do this thing on a budget without cutting actually corners. So just a smart design, so to speak, you can say. But this is how the kitchen is taking shape. So that's the pantry I'm putting together right there. You can build this house on a crawl space foundation, basement, or slab concrete foundation. Whatever you choose. The slab concrete foundation is going to be the cheapest option, just so you know. Crawl space is going to be more expensive, and it's going to be a little bit more labor intensive with more materials. But a slab concrete foundation, just a concrete pad, is going to be your cheapest option. See, so this is how we got that looking so far. That's my OCD kicking in, try to adjust everything. That window is 4 feet by 4 feet, just so you know. So there you go. So the refrigerator that I'm putting the cabinet above right now, that is 30 inches wide, so a regular size. So there's no custom anything in this house. That's how you keep costs down. Anytime you can buy stuff over the counter at Home Depot or Lowe's or anywhere, that's going to keep your costs down. So here I'm adjusting the cabinets, and all these things you can get. The cabinets, the cheapest way you can go is get the unfinished ones at the stores I mentioned a second ago. That's going to be your cheapest ones. If you're curious how that process looks, I have all those videos on the channel. Staining cabinets is really simple. I mean, I can't stress enough how simple it is. That's the windows in the kitchen. If you watched my cabin episode, sorry if I'm sounding different, but like I said, my head is, I just don't feel very good. But see, I like windows in the kitchen. You can always delete one of those windows and put in another cabinet if you need more cabinet space. But that's basically how this is all coming together. So you got one door coming into the house. Here's another window. You'll see, I'm going to change that in a second, but I just want to show you how this space is going to look with those double windows, because you can pretty much you can do anything you desire if you're designing your own house. So this is just me literally playing around and showing you how this stuff looks and how I do this, how I design all my homes. The software is old, it might not look super fancy, but I love how simple it is to use, and it's responsive, it's not laggy. So that's the reason why I use it. So sorry, it's like I said, I need to probably take some medicine. But that's the little dining room table. Everything, if you see so far what's going on with the overview, the walking pathways in these little houses are very defined. You can kind of see, looking at this view, how you would walk from the sofa into the kitchen and around the dining room table. That's usually what I try to do, so there's no obstacles when you're walking around in the house. And that bathtub I just put in there, that is a 5-foot bathtub, so it's just a regular size. Even though the house is small at 468 square feet, And that measurement where it says living area, that's going to change here in a second. That's usually how I do things. I just start putting the furniture in, and I adjust everything accordingly. And that cabinet that you see, I use that strictly for spacing. You saw the 2.6. The 2.6 means 2 feet and 6 inches, so it's 30 inches. So it's plenty of space to get out of bed. And that bed that you see, that's a queen size bed. And if you build something like this, the last cabin I built was also made for a queen size bed. You could put a king size in here, but it's gonna get real tight. But it could be done. But I've made this design for a queen size bed. And if you go to IKEA, which I absolutely love, you can get one of those beds that has storage underneath, and you can actually utilize that storage since the house is so small. So if I was gonna build this house for myself, which who knows, I might build something like this in the future. See, that's the 4/68 that I'm showing you, and I'm gonna adjust that size here in a second. If I was gonna build this for myself or just for anybody, I would recommend doing IKEA stuff, because their furniture has a lot of storage in it. So you can pretty much put storage into a lot of little compartments, and that's why I like their stuff. So they maximize all the space in their designs, and that's kind of what I do in my homes. Here, as you can see, I adjusted everything. And this is how it looks on the inside so far. So see, we got adequate space. You got workable space on the countertops. No gimmicks. You got a full-size kitchen, really. And see, dining room table is a good size. I think that's a 5-footer. I stretched that too. And that is 6 feet that you see the number 6 right there for the sofa. So it's plenty of room for a 2-seater. For 2 people, I mean. And you have, that's the old school TV I'm putting up there. So I told you the software is old. That's a projection TV. That's old. Some of you might not even know what the heck that is, but I just shrunk it to size and I made it work. And then move the sofa and then adjust everything. So far, I mean, if you can just imagine sitting in the sofa, that's perfectly fine with 2 people watching TV right there. No issue at all. So here's I'm copying the other window for the bedroom. You guys know me and my windows. I like windows. So if you want to keep costs down, you can maybe put just 1 window in this bedroom. But I'm doing 2 in this design because I just like how that looks. And it's kind of cool. You can see in the software, there's mountains and trees in the back. So see, here is another of my crazy ideas. That's kind of your closet. It's 30 inches by 2 feet in depth. And then you got storage everywhere above, so you can put some lights in there. You can read in your bed, and you got plenty of storage to the side of that bed. And now that I'm looking at it, that bed is kind of off center, which kind of bugs me, but I'll leave that alone. Right there, what I'm doing is I'm copying and pasting another TV in the bedroom. So you can truly, if 2 people would live in this house, you actually have defined areas where you guys can hang out and do your own thing. So you're not in each other's way. So here you can lay in bed and you can watch TV. And the desk below could be like a little mini office, and I'll show you that in a second. I'm flipping the door the other way. And like I said, when I'm done with the design, I'm not going to do it here in a video because it's going to take forever, but usually I fine-tune on all the measurements up to the inch. So I literally try to squeeze every single inch and try to think everything through. That's just how my designs work. So if you watch my first YouTube house or the little cabin I just finished, you can see that even though those houses are small, everything is pretty much thought out, and everything is walkable. That's what I look for, to make sure that there's no awkwardness in the house. And that's what I do when I finalize the design. So far you're looking at a rough draft basically. So here now we put the sink in, and to the left there's cabinets, so you can put your towels or all the stuff that goes in the bathroom in there. I'm changing the size of the window in the bathroom just for ventilation, so you don't need a big window in there, but it's a 2-footer, 2 feet by 3 feet. You try to center that out over the toilet. And here is what I did, because one of you guys said it, you want a little storage or just some space to the left of the or right of the tub, so you can put maybe a book there or a candle and just sit in the tub and just relax. So one of you guys said to get the toilet on the other side, because usually I put the toilets next to the tub. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to do when you're designing this. I'm stretching that's the combo washer and dryer, as you can see. I stretched that to the full size. That's the water heater. The full size stackable washer dryer, so it's no gimmicks or anything. It's literally the full size. They just go on top of each other, so you stretch it. And see, I'm kind of adjusting it a little bit, but I'm not gonna go overboard. So that's the toilet there, that's the water heater. To bring the water to the kitchen, and depends what kind of design you have. If you have, that's how it looks, by the way. Depends what kind of design you have. If it's a crawl space, all the water pipes, everything goes underneath. If it's on a slab foundation, to the right of the sink, to the left of the door, right there on the bottom, you would have to add a little tiny wall to kind of move the plumbing along inside the interior walls, because you don't want to run plumbing on the exterior walls, and that's a piece of cake, and I've done that before. And here, this is what I was talking about on the cabin build, is to cover up the ugly, as I like to say. So you can put just a curtain with a rod, just so you can cover it, so you don't look at the water heater or the washer dryer when you're not using it. So see, full size bathtub, full size bathroom, and this whole thing is taking shape. This is how that looks when you're laying in bed. Obviously you can adjust everything when your OCD kicks in. So one of you guys can be in the bedroom, in the office, and the other one can be watching TV, Netflix or something in the living room. And you can see the pocket door and everything. And here's another cabinet I'm putting for storage. You might think this is a weird design because the bathroom is through the bedroom, but I actually like that just for privacy if you have people over. So you got literally through the 2 doors of buffing for sounds, and with such a small space, if you invite people over, I mean, so what, they see your bed, what's the big deal? I never understood why people freak out over that, but it is what it is. So I'd rather have that behind 2 doors for privacy instead of, you know, just off the kitchen, walking into the bathroom straight off the kitchen, and then all the smells and everything go into the kitchen. I just don't like that. So that's the way I design it. Some people might like it, some might not. So the front of the house, you can see it's very cartoonish and simple looking. But the front of the house, you can add a porch very easily with the way the roof is. So you can have additional outside space that you can hang out. Or where the windows by the sofas are, you can put a sliding door over there, and you can have a hangout space in the back of the house. So once again, you can pretty much design and do whatever your heart desires. That's the beauty of when I design my own homes. And that's the way I love what I do. And see, look at that. So I raised the ceiling and put a vaulted ceiling with tongue and groove on top. And if you want to make a small space seem bigger, that's one of the first things that you should do. It just changes the whole look and feel of the house. With a vault, and I'm going to vault the whole house, and I'll show you that in a second. So I erased those windows that I was talking about, and you could put in, like I said, a slider so it goes out to the deck if you decide to build it in the back. But what I decided to do here is do something a little bit different and just stretch out a little bit and put a little fireplace in there. So when you're sitting and, you know, you got friends over, or you're just sitting with your significant other, you guys can have a little fireplace going while watching TV. And same thing, since everything is so small, if you're eating dinner, you can see the fireplace as well, because everything is easily, I don't even know how to phrase that. You can see it easy, because everything is so small. And that's just, like I said, you can fine-tune everything later, but this is just so you have an idea how this comes together. It's not pretty because, like I said, the software is old, but it gets the job done. And here I think I'm gonna adjust the roof, yep, but it's still not gonna fix the issue in there. But that's me adding another window in there. I don't like lights in my windows because it makes me feel like I'm in jail, and I don't want to go back to jail. So here's the that's just lights, putting windows in there, so it kind of feels like you're almost sitting outside. I try to stretch this window to 30 inch, but not quite enough room, so I had to downsize it to a 2 feet by 4 foot window, and that's what I'm showing you right now. So you can kind of see the outside, so you can use your imagination how this would look when you were done. And so you can, the vent you can get rid of if you get just a regular propane fireplace. You don't have to vent it like that, and it would be a zero clearance fireplace, so you can maybe use the top of that for storage or something, who knows. You can get creative with it. So that's how it looks. Look at that, walkable space, very easy to get around in. You got your little mini living room, you got your little mini dining room area. That is a little coat rack. The software puts it all the way on the bottom, I don't know why. But see, that's where you can have hang your jackets. So I think for a little space you can pretty much get crazy with the design and do whatever you like. Maybe with the interior walls you can actually built in storage between the 2x4s, kind of recessed in there. I've seen people do that. So that's how it looks. Look at that. Plenty of size in the kitchen. That's pretty much a full-size kitchen in a little small tiny house. You got plenty of room to eat because that's a regular table. See, I got the vault in here too. I'll flip around and show you that in a second. Storage everywhere. Under the bed, as I said, to the side of the bed, on top of the bed. So you can have a lot of storage in this little house, and the vault will make it seem a little bit bigger. And I love tongue and groove on the ceiling, so that's what I would do with this house. So you got the little storage next to the desk over there. Full-size tub. So not bad. And a little vault even in the bathroom. Plenty of space for the toilet. And what am I gonna do here? I think I'm gonna put a mirror in the bathroom because somebody yelled at me in the comment section that I don't put mirrors in my homes. The reason why I don't do that, if you're still watching, is because as soon as I pick out a mirror, people don't like it and they want me to swap it out. So I'm running around like a crazy person, just swapping out and just exchanging and returning items, and I don't like to do that. And that's the reason why I don't put it in there. Plus it saves me a couple of bucks if I don't do it. So I like to build homes. I don't want to sit there and decorate. So I leave that for the people that get my homes. You can decorate the house any way you like once you get it. Window treatments, mirrors, and fixtures, and all that good stuff. So that's how that looks. Here's what am I doing here? Opening the door so you can kind of peek inside. See, that's how I love this. This is sometimes what I do when I'm just bored and I have something pops in my head. This is what I do. I make homes, and once I sit down, and if I like the design, I can sit down and make blueprints out of it. I just have to calculate everything to the inch, where the doors go, where the windows go, how everything is spaced out. So that's what takes the longest. But the design is just, you just start messing around with whatever's in your head. So that's pretty much that. So here's the outside view again. Like I said, you can put a porch in the front, you can put a porch in the back. It all depends what you want to do. But look at that. To frame this and put this together, this would be very simple. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next episode. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know and I'll make more of them. And if you're looking for some kind of a specific design, if it's simple enough and it's kind of what I like to build with simple homes, I'll make it for you. I'll make it for free for you. So just let me know in the comment section what you're looking for and what you want to see. And next week or next 2 weeks, I'm not exactly sure when, I'm going to release the first episode for the next build. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.